And we are live. Wednesday night with those guys, and Wednesday night with those guys are sponsored by those guys.
Welcome,
love those guys.
we love you too. Welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. And this is where we talk about everything in the drone world and promote the usage of drones. And if the weather has been nice where you are, please let me know how the weather is where you are and if you've been able to get out and fly your drones. How are you doing on this wonderful Wednesday that we're having here with this somewhat nice weather in the 40s, 47 degrees, which is much more pleasant than we've had in recent time. But how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing okay.
All
Like you
right.
said, the weather's kind of been cloudy, a little bit of sun, but people let me know it was raining. In other places, I don't care. But it's good.
Well, we had that too. It's actually
Yeah,
stopped this morning.
really.
But how is the weather, guys, where you are? Let me know. Put it in the
Yeah,
chat.
what's the weather doing? Is all the snow melted? Gary
Here we
says
go.
9 degrees Celsius and
Here we
sunny
go.
here.
Here we go. 9 degrees Celsius.
Just you keep that weather up there just a little bit, Gary.
It's
Okay? Keep that up there, but you Canadians up there.
that's
That's
what
the
it
only
is.
thing that I won't accept from Canada is the cold weather.
Okay. 52.
CT Pirate says 52 and sunny in Connecticut. See, that's what's up.
All
Drone
right.
Okie, how are you? You got to Herman
So
make Drone Okie blue. He's the only one that's not. He's been coming back to the stream repeatedly. He is no longer a anyone who stands out and not blue.
that's what it is.
That's okay. Robert Stanton, what's up, man? 53 and sunny in Wisconsin. What the hell are
Oh,
you doing in Wisconsin, bro?
what's going on, man?
Good to see you.
What's
Hope
going
all is
on?
well.
Let's see. Who
Is
else?
that where you relocated to? I see you
Who?
on Xbox, Rob, every now and then. Rob Stanton,
Oh, okay.
randomly I see you on
Hmm.
Xbox.
Got this cough.
What happened? How are
I
you
got
doing?
I got this cough. I mean, I'm good. I'm good. I mean, I'm just doing my thing. I'm hanging in there. I'm not complaining too much, but
Okay.
why bother?
49 degrees there. That's not too bad. That's not cold. You're right. I could wear a hoodie out in that weather.
Oh, here we go.
49-degree weather. Louisiana Helicamp, 73 and some rain in Mississippi today.
Oh boy, not
Hmm.
good. You know
Rob
what's
Kamara, how are you?
you know what's crazy?
What's that?
Lawrence will wear a hoodie anywhere, and like 30, like 35 or like 34, and yeah, 35 and up. He's in the hoodie.
You know what's a key factor? The wind. Sometimes. You're right, sometimes. But I have this hoodie now that's fleece lined, dude. So I feel
Oh,
like a
good.
bear out there. I wear this t-shirt and the fleece hoodie, and I have to open it up, man, because I start getting too warm. And I have a fleece hat. I can't even wear that unless there's a blizzard out, or you just start sweating.
I got you.
I know how to dress in layers, bro. And
That's what
plus,
it
I still
is.
have a little bit of bear fat I'm trying to get rid of before the summer
But
comes.
you better start running. But you
He'll run to the refrigerator.
well, you know what I was checking out Lawrence
Oh, hey,
yeah
Tom.
wait, what's going on there? All the last week, right?
Yeah.
Your man Igor, right, on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, He has been getting busy, and I know he threw out. And I think now that when I look at it, I'm like, I guess the pocket is getting really close because he got these pictures that he dropped out there, right?
Yeah.
Well, there was a couple of things that he had put out though. These tweets he had put out on the 26th, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm watching what's happening, what he had put out. And then he had a couple other posts with these pictures from the user guide, the quick guide, quick
Yeah. Yeah.
guide
Use
for
from
it.
the user manual. Yeah. Yeah. Basically.
It was like one picture and one a photo or like tweet after another.
The screen is
So
universal. You can pull up, pull down, swipe left, swipe right. They all
right,
have different functions.
he went through it from like one post from one day to the next to the next. I'm like showing you like the close up of what I just showed you. So there's like that
Okay.
post where he had posts on X, and I just
But
you
we
know
haven't seen anything with the screen yet, have we?
that's just a close up
Well,
of that
yeah,
same.
except for this one here. And
Right,
it
that's
seems
it
to show a single lens. Remember the
exactly.
CGI version with two
hmm
lenses?
hmm
Yeah. So they're confirming a single lens with this user manual. I refuse to believe that they would come out,
hmm
with the user manual showing one lens and then go ta-da with two.
Yeah, and then it shows also like it looks like this thing here is retractable or it has a little lens cap or whatever that's on it. Or whatever. I don't know.
It
I
looks
gotta
like
check
some
this out.
protective cap for the lens. Yeah, it does.
I gotta check this out. Really, I want to see this on the review. And
Hmm.
then DJI Global, right? I really believe this 360 is evident because the video that they put out.
I got it queued up
Whoa!
when you're ready. It's
Whenever you're ready, because
it's impressive, I
yeah, I
must
was
admit.
just I'm like I guess the drone is coming, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
What
this is it
what'd you
here.
do with it? Okay, Lawrence lost the video.
Is it playing?
No,
Huh?
no,
It wasn't playing? Okay,
no.
let's cancel that share and do
Uh-uh.
it like this.
Yeah.
I was trying, and okay, here
You
we go. Bring it up. I try to pop out window. What
Lawrence,
happened?
cut the
What?
loud music down.
I I can't hear
Yeah, that's why I said turn the music down.
it. My bad. I had no idea it was that loud from here.
Wow.
I had no idea it was blasting.
Restart the video, man.
Okay, let's do that again.
Wow.
All right,
What
all right, all
is
right. Here we
wrong?
go. My bad.
Just cut the music, period.
There we go. That's a lot easier on the ears. Okay. Yeah, this was crazy.
Yeah,
The film work of this
I really want to see. Well,
in the hands
I
of
mean,
someone who knows how to use 360.
360, 360 footage is 360 footage, but I mean,
Yeah, but
the
now
shots
it's
that
how
you're
it's a
able
matter
to
of
different. No, but I'm just saying the different things you're able to get with it now from in the editing perspective of it. You
yeah,
know,
true, true. Because you
so
can give someone the same footage, and you give five people that same footage, and they will all come up with a different story.
well, that's not what I was actually meaning, but what I mean is that from one angle you have many angles, so now
Hmm.
you have multiple shots to work with in one take.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Yes.
So you have you yourself can get different perspectives of the same image or the same area with the one shot.
True.
I'm definitely got to get a new switch. This thing is terrible.
Oh, it's still flickering.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Well, isn't it time for roll call?
it definitely is. But are we actually ready? No, I don't
John
think so.
said maybe the music is too loud to drown out the noise of the Avada.
What happened? What happened to who the Vada? What
Brian
the?
Flynn, he said maybe the music is loud to drown out the noise of the Avada 360. Sounds like we got an anti-gravity fan here.
Oh, here we go.
Let's do roll call real quick. Oh, those painkillers are not working.
No.
No,
So
no.
who do we got in the chat?
Okay, we're starting out right now. Shout out and welcome to Tom, Lens Capture Online. How are you, Tom? All the way from the West Coast. Hope all is well. Brian Flynn Media, John, how are you? Great videos I've been seeing you do. Representing the Bronx, New York, Elvin, takeoff, lift, and land.
You
I've been seeing
you.
your stuff on IG.
What's good, John?
Brian, Waypoint, New England. How are you, sir? Hope all is
What's
well
good?
with you.
Uh,
Our Canadian
Wait.
friend and buddy, drinking buddy, Gary
Oh,
Trent Ariels.
Gary.
Gary and Vicky, how are you guys? What's up? Hope all is well. Jody, drone
Yeah.
shots,
All right. Hey,
8248. What's up, Jody? How are
Jody.
you, sir? Aviano Rob. C.
Rob. What's
How are
going
you,
on,
Rob?
Rob?
Hope all is well. Long time no see, sir. Hope everything's good. John Olson, representing Long Island, Strong Island. From Connecticut, CT Pirate. He was driving earlier, so he might not be
Is he
typing
driving?
as much in the chat. Hope all is well with you. And going all the way to the top, Steve, SJM Drones, from across the pond over in the UK. Louisiana Helicam,
All right. All right.
down in the Mississippi area. Shout out to you, sir.
What's going on, bro?
Drone Oki was here earlier. I hope still
Okay.
listening in
Yeah.
the cut. How are you? And welcome back. We appreciate you guys coming
But
back. Northside
I
Hawk.
mean,
Sorry, Dominic. I didn't see you. That was
oh,
earlier
Dominic.
in the chat, Dominic. All down under too. Good morning over there. And I think that's about it, bro. We hold it. TBR JR50 Thomas 68. I've never seen that name here, but welcome to the chat. We appreciate you coming. Hope to see you some more. Welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. And I think that's about it. I got S Steve, SJM Drones. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And the numbers say there's 18 watching or observing. And how
Well,
many are in the chat?
well, it's saying 20 or 19, whichever one comes first. Right.
What's up, Corey? Corey missed the explosion.
Yeah. Corey, you missed.
And wait, shout out to Rob, feet on the ground. Sorry, mate.
Oh,
I take it for granted he's always here too. We get shout out to Rob, feet on the ground. Good morning, Rob and Sue in
what's
Australia.
going on, Rob?
And Corey, YACL
So
out in
now
Cleveland.
it's saying that there's 22. Why?
Yes. Yes, Ryan is going to come on tonight. Yes, sir. He's scheduled to come on, definitely.
Yes. Yes, he is scheduled. He's scheduled to be here. So there's a few things on hand, a little bit to talk about. Not too much. I mean, the one thing that I was saying on one dimension is that we talk a lot about these drones on Amazon and these deals that you guys can get because like
Hmm.
some of these stuff you can't even you can't find, but some of the stuff that were talking about, the prices have changed on it now. But you can get, please, if you're looking for something and you're looking for one of these new drones that came out. Listen, you can get that Mini 5 Pro on Amazon right now.
Yeah.
Still, good deal on it. It's a good deal on that. Don't miss out on that one because on Amazon right now they got that.
1,099, huh?
Yeah,
With the RC2 controller.
yeah. Don't miss out on that one. 'Cause-
Nice. That's the controller with the antennas. That's the better one.
yeah, that's the nice one.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
That's the new. That's the new one.
Okay.
Until the next series come out,
Yeah, right.
then it'll be another one of those and a new smart controller or whatever you want to call it. What are they? RC Pro. It'll be RC Pro 3, right?
Pro 3 or plus. Pro 2 plus. Something weird like that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it'll be something. It'll be another Pro, but
Yes, yes, Jody. New Michigan drone bills. Yes. That's why one of the reasons he's coming on.
was also on still on the deal there that you could get for 70. This is I really can't argue with this one because you get the charging case right with it right
Hmm.
for 70. Not, yeah,
Yo,
man,
that's the better deal right there.
yeah.
I mean, if you
You
got
can still
the mini
you can
mics,
still get it.
if you got the mini mic system for $60 with the two mics and the independent chargers, you still got a good deal. But this is an even better deal than that one
Yeah,
for
yeah.
$20 more.
I would say so.
I would contact them, be like, "Yo, can I trade this in?" And you know, for an extra $25,
They'll be like, "Get out of here, son! You're bothering me."
be the kids, you're bothering me, right?
Yeah, get out of here, kid. Beat it. But no, it's a pretty good buy those mics and that drone that mini 5 well yeah that's what they're up to, right? Mini 5, right? Pro.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, Mini 5 Pro. Yeah,
yep.
that's listen. Anything that DJI slaps a pro on, it's you know it's pretty good.
Eldon says he loves the mic mini. I was telling him
Okay.
we like them as well with the quick setup.
Yeah, because they seem to like to want to pair to everything.
Hmm. Which is a good thing.
Let's pair here. Let's pair there. Here a pair. There a pair. Yeah, they'll pair to anything.
Well, now you got options though, so that's a plus.
I,
Eventually, they're going to have a system, a box that you could
mhm.
hook up more than two mics, more than four mics. They have to
I
somewhere.
believe that you
Right.
can with the newer
The
one.
mic threes, you can.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, the mic threes, you can.
I believe so. I'm not. Don't quote me on that one, but I did see something on it with the different channels that are on there.
Anyone have an Air 2S? I have an Air 2S, Jody. Why? What's up?
What happened?
I don't know. He's asking if anyone
Uh
has
oh.
an Air 2S. Who can't afford one? Poor Paul lost his drone in the river. Paul, whom?
Paul
Who's
who?
I'm trying to find a Paul.
In the river
Paul whom? Which Paul? You know how many Pauls there are on YouTube?
that lives. Well, I don't know how many live near a river, but
It's,
well,
we know a couple that live near rivers. Come
not
on,
Paul
Earth.
Murray. Uh oh.
Oh, Paul Murray? He lost his drone in the river. Hmm, interesting.
Wow.
And it was an Air
Paul's been
2S.
flying that river like about 100 years now.
Yeah, I know, right? What's up, Dre? Hope all is well on the
Feel
West
bad
Coast over
for him.
there. When did it happen this morning? Was he live or
No, probably went out this morning. I guess, like, you know how he always goes out.
oh, because I
Yeah,
haven't.
'cause
Has he
he
even been broadcasting?
ship schedule.
Does he still do
Yes,
shows?
yeah, he's
I
on
don't
every
see.
day.
I don't
Yeah,
follow him.
yes, Paul Murray goes live.
Okay. I
I see
see.
the.
I'm out of the loop. I'm not in the loop, I guess. I think fog or a bird strike, Jody says.
Oh
Okay.
boy,
Doing his ship flights, right? He confirms, yeah.
yeah, he goes out all the time. He's got the schedule.
Right. He's right there on the border, I think, of the States and Canada.
Wow,
Well, I, 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 I don't know what to say, honestly.
I feel bad for him. Wow,
Well,
we got to figure out something.
if I
Oh,
had more than one Air 2S, I would do it, but I still use mine as a go-to when I'm not flying my Mavic 3. But anyway, what's up in the news? 8 minutes till
well,
sponsor.
what's going on in the news is apparently, in spite of all of what's going on, they claim from an article that I read, and I'm quite sure a lot of people have seen it, that DJI's most capable drones are still finding their way to U.S. third-party retailers,
Mm-hmm.
and as we all know about the decisions made with the FCC, right? And on pause the imports and everything like that, and anything new going forward with DJI, but
Yeah.
DJI issues stem way back further than that, because the Mavic 4 Pro and the Mini 4, or Mini 5, I should say, Pro, because we were just talking about it on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those drones were released last year worldwide, right?
Yep.
And but not officially here in the United States. And guys have been getting these drones like through different,
Outlets.
yeah. Okay, thank you. I like that word because you wouldn't have liked what I said. I was about to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, guys have been getting them from different outlets, and as you know, the DJI store right here on like Fifth Avenue, they had all the drones from that came out when day one when they came out. They had them, but they weren't in other retailers, and they didn't couldn't find them in other retailers. As we know, and we know that there was an issue with DJI products actually coming into the country import because of the claim of the human rights violations on them with the Uyghurs. But my thing is, we all understood all of that was happening,
Right.
but now somehow we're starting to see these drones trickle into different retailers. Like we see these things on what is it? You know, on what's that? Amazon. Amazon has drones on there for sale, and they've always had drones for sale on Amazon. You can see every week we talk about these drones for sale on Amazon. And we always show you the different sales items that are out there for DJI products.
Tom's just like Tom. He said he got his from South Korea via
Okay,
eBay in 4 days
right,
at retail. No
right. You see
tariffs.
the thing? And we also known to say that with some of the Amazon sellers,
Yeah.
supposedly unknown distributors or whatever of products.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I guess that's like a, I mean, certain languages sound like a deterrence. The unknown, it all actually tells you. And honestly, when you purchase anything on Amazon, Amazon, I believe, has one of the best protection policies as far as
They do.
the consumer and making sure that the customer is happy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I had an issue with something with them, and I was like, wait a minute, you're not going to send somebody to pick this up. You just send another one.
Yeah, they do that. You're like, well, do you want me to send back that one? Oh no, throw it away.
No, it wasn't even that. They just, you remember the issue I had with the freezer?
Yeah, yes,
They
yeah.
just sent another one. I was like, who's going to
That
pick
was
this?
funny. 'Cause he had
Who's
two
going to
freezers in his
pick this
hallway.
one up?
I remember that. They had to squeeze past the two freezers.
I'm like, who's going to pick this one up and get, and no, you sent another one?
Yeah, yeah, that was funny. I
They
remember.
just told me, yo, you get rid of it. I'm like, get rid of it.
Yeah, that's Amazon. They are quick. Well, look at the issue we had with the mics. And it
Okay.
wasn't even an issue. One of the mini mic minis went out, right?
Hmm.
And we contacted the vendor. The vendor was like, it's still under warranty. And he sent one individual mic mini to replace it with no issue.
You're
Yeah.
right. But
Yeah, they are good. They are good. The customer service. And at first I contact Amazon. Amazon was like, yo, contact the vendor. See what the
mhm,
vendor says. It should still be under warranty. And I pointed it out.
mhm.
We got 2 minutes till sponsor.
Well, we also see ads from B&H and stuff like that
Yeah.
where
This
they
one right
show
here.
drones for sale.
Like these here,
Which
the
one?
Mini 5 Pro, B&H, right here in Manhattan, New York.
Yeah,
And for a minute, they didn't have any.
right. They got them
Right?
all now.
They said when they get back in stock, and I never believed it would happen. Here's a RC2 Fly More bundle for
Hmm.
1149.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
And now the prices are starting to come a little down, believe it or
are
not.
they?
Well,
Well,
since the
that
tariffs were deemed illegal, prices are
well,
starting to fluctuate now.
well, they were hit with a different one from the other side, but
Right, right, right.
it's a
But
smaller flex, but it's still there.
here's one with just the RC for less than 1,000. The Mini with the regular N2 controller. They don't even have
Go,
images of them.
go to the one with the what you call it, the Mavic 4 because
That's
they
this
didn't
one.
have that
That's
one before.
they did not have the Mavic
Not at
4
all.
in stock. Now they do.
They got it
Here's the
now though.
creator
Right
combo
there.
with the 5 gig. Yeah, with the five
Yeah,
gig joint.
and look at the price. But you know what? You could. I still tell you that you could beat that price with on eBay
Yeah,
with a reputable seller on
vendor.
eBay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
there's a reputable guy on eBay.
So
Unless eBay's lying, this guy's got like a 90 something approval. He
yeah,
shipped over like 100 of those. They say,
even the Air 3S is for 1,500 there. But I mean, if you don't trust eBay or you want to pick one up in Manhattan, you
yeah,
know they
Manhattan
have them.
got 'em. And Manhattan's got. Hey, listen, if you can get over to Manhattan, you can still get you know, Carry Fresh.
Yes. Oh, well, if you can go to the DJI in DJI on Fifth Avenue,
Hmm.
correct? That's where you
I'm talking
get
about
in-store care. Well, yeah, you get in-store care refresh.
because that store actually does repairs. So
Yep.
if you can get over DJI Fifth Avenue over there, they actually will give you a Carry Fresh plan for 1 year on your drone when you purchase it.
Yes. Yes, because they make repairs there. So whatever you purchase from there, you're pretty much covered for a year under their care refresh.
Oh yeah.
Basically, mics, everything. And
You
that
know
was
what,
not a
Ron?
paid endorsement. We have sponsor time.
Is it really? Okay. For the live stream that talks about everything in the drone world and promote the usage of drones. Tune in every Wednesday night to Wednesday Night with those guys. That's a nice guy. You know that?
Yeah, they all right.
Okay. Okay. I was trying to be nice. I was just trying to be nice.
What's up, man?
Just
What are they talking about in the chat?
ooh,
3,100. Okay,
yeah,
3,166
yeah,
via eBay for the creator combo.
right. Yeah,
See,
that's what I was
you
about
can
to
beat
tell. That's
that.
what I was saying. I saw
You
that.
can definitely beat that.
Yeah, that dude was a reputable. That's a reputable guy. They on eBay. I was looking at that. That guy. He's sold
Somehow he's got them coming
hundreds of
into the States, and they're not falling off
hundreds
the
of.
truck. What's that?
He sold hundreds of them. No, I looked at the numbers. They show. They tell you all of that on eBay.
Right, right.
Okay, eBay used to be that place where it was like good luck, like bang you good,
At one time, yeah, eBay wasn't reliable. I brought a few GoPros off
like good
from
luck.
eBay for some
And then when
crazy
I
prices.
started selling sneakers and buying and selling sneakers, I was like, you telling me that I gotta send the sneakers to you for you to authenticate the shoe before you even send it to the customer?
That's a great deal.
I was like, all right, let's go. Let's get it.
That that makes it for
And
sure.
and
The
they put
delivery is
that little seal on it and send it to the customer, and you get shoes, they send when you buy it, they send it the same way.
that's good. eBay has become a reputable place. Like
Yeah.
you said, they were a little shady in the beginning, bro.
Oh yeah, they was
People was like, "Don't use eBay."
like, let me get this on eBay right here. Let me get it. Oh damn, somebody stole my stuff. Oh, I never shipped. There wasn't no stuff to get.
Right?
It was just an ad. No, I'm not saying that those people still don't exist on eBay. That's why eBay got that rating system now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so if you a bum, don't bother. But yeah, I mean it's starting. But what I'm saying is that because from the article I was looking at, and everybody's probably seen it. They said that spokesperson from DJI says that those drones have not officially been launched here in the U.S. So
True. And
that leads you to believe that everyone is getting these drones the same way that Tom got his.
from South Korea or places like that, from Malaysia, which is
Yeah,
still on, still importing stuff in.
right.
Listen, however it is, I'm not mad.
However you get them, you get them. Hey,
'Cause
listen.
I got my eyes on that Insta 360, that Avata 360. So
Oh,
come
here we
on
go.
in.
Here we go. How you gonna get your eyes on the drone if you got the goggles on?
Listen, I'm I'm interested in that drone
All right.
very much, because if I get the drone, it'll force me to get the goggles.
Word. I
Yeah,
hear
it'd
you.
be like, you can't get one without the other.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling myself.
I hear you.
you know, I may have to eat ramen for about 2 weeks.
Here we go. Here we go.
M
Cheap ass.
Drone, what's up, man? How are
Cheap
you?
ass over there. Captain Cheap ass.
Captain Cheap Ass, he just called me. Y'all heard that?
Captain Cheap
Wow.
ass.
As you get older, you don't get cheap, you get frugal. That's a professional word for it.
That's what it is? I like that one.
Yeah. I'm not cheap. I'm frugal.
All right, you that guy that will wash his hands, right? Grab a paper towel, dry your hands, and then
And then fold the paper towel back out and use it again.
yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I've done it in the summer. I've done
Mm-mm-mm.
it in the summer.
You put that sip of juice right in the refrigerator. Huh?
No, no, I don't leave empty containers because it pisses me off. I go
No,
to
I'm talking
grab
about
the
in your
container.
glass.
Oh, no, no, I don't put it. No, no, you stupid. Wow, how rude. As you get older, you get wiser. You're right. You're right, Barkley. I did a lot of stupid shit when I was younger.
Oh yeah, and you know what? I still do it. Like I'll just tear something the hell down because I don't like how it looks anymore, and just try to redo it.
The
And
views and opinions heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone on the panel and or in the chat. Okay, I'm free of that statement now. I'm
oh
just
man,
saying.
I listen. All
I
I'm
don't
saying
put
is
these
that
two words together on any social media
all
anymore.
all I'm saying
I
is that you can
and
get your
do.
drones at a lot of places.
Huh? Yeah, yes, that's true. There should be options, but I am very much interested in that Insta 360. I mean, at
But then
about a
you can get these drones at a lot of places now. Like,
yeah, because
everybody
you have
seems
options.
everybody seems to have a pipeline to get them. Then there's
Definitely.
what was that? What's the other guy that said they was going? Oh, I didn't like his advertisement too well. Oh well, what the hell was that? The American drone something.
Hey, Angie.
I can't remember, but they wanted to activate your drone and send it to you and all of that other stuff like that.
Really?
I'm like, bro, you out of your mind. Why you need to activate my joint and then
That's
send it
true.
to me and then
And
I
you
get
have
the
access to my drone because you have that info.
no because he's got a what you call it. He's got to undo all of that so you can activate it, or else you won't be able to.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're
So
saying.
then
Yeah.
now, so then now, on all of this, you opened up my drone, you felt it up, and all of that other stuff like that. It ain't brand new no more. You understand
Yeah.
how I look at it?
Mark says if you have the money, you can get the honey. That's right. You know how it
That's
goes.
that open box thing that this guy is trying to sell.
That's funny. That's real funny.
Yeah, but
Well,
they
welcome to Wednesday night with those guys.
you
Mark is
got
going to be on
no
FPV Corner. That should be real good.
really,
Yeah, that
really,
should be good.
really. Wow.
He gave me a specific list of questions only I can ask him.
You know what? That right there sound like some. Never mind. You didn't like where I was going to go with that one either.
No, let's not. Let's not.
Yeah, but you know what?
I thought it'd be
Honestly,
funny though.
no. But a lot of them prima donna dudes and them like actors and actresses and stuff like that, they
Hmm.
they get like that. You know what I mean? Where you got to ask them certain questions you can't ask them about. Like the last time I seen you, look like you was look like you lost a lot of weight there, like you smoking or something like that. You can't
Right,
ask them
right. You
questions
can't
like
ask him
that.
questions like that, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or all of a sudden it's defamation.
You hungry or something? You can't ask them the question, or you can't like you putting on a few pounds. You can't ask them questions like that.
Hmm. Right. Or you're fat shaming or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I
it's one
mean.
or the other. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You got to watch the questions you ask
So,
people these
so they
days.
give you a certain kind of questions that you can ask them. Yeah, I know how that goes. But you know what, Lawrence?
Oh shit.
Indiana's got a lot going on because it seems like the Indiana is what the DNR is bringing their first prosecution for illegal drone deer scouting. Now,
Yo, this is crazy.
when I first saw this, I was like, "What the hell? What the hell?" But
That's
when I read this, I was like, they said the forensic evidence is damning because, according to what I'm understanding here, the Indiana Department of Natural Resources will prosecute this case under a drone hunting statute.
yep.
The Department of Natural Resources, right, Lawrence, is they're prosecuting several men for using drones to watch this here. Uh, when I looked at this, I was looking, I was trying to figure out there, but this they had this whitetail buck, I guess that
Mhm.
was like trophy
Trophy
material.
size buck, yeah, in the
Yeah,
area.
and they kind of used the drone to hunt him, but basically what was going on as well is that uh this was going on during the 2025 hunting season, and well, let me give you the skinny on this. Basically what's happened is they used the drone to hunt him, and they actually use bait, like in bait area, so to actually target this buck, because the uh, evidence that they say that well, first off, let me tell you this. This is what I thought. They had, what is it? They violated this Indiana code of, was 14-22-6-16.
Correct.
Um, Now the evidence against these guys is so damaging, it's not funny, because they have hundreds of pictures of them tracking this deer, this buck, and they have GPS data and the confirmation of them of this buck frequenting this bait area that was set up to, I guess, capture to it was that. This is just
See,
gross.
well, see, the, what's funny about it is I never
Yeah.
knew they had such laws existed, but there's two laws.
Right.
You can use a drone while
hmm
hunting buck
hmm
only to
For
recover a buck
yeah.
an animal that's been shot.
Right.
Okay, to recover its body
Already,
because
this
they're
been
big
already
good.
harvest. Right.
That's the only time you can use it. The story was saying these
hmm
guys were actually tracking the buck, and they had reports in their flight logs showing every day the buck came to this baited area and ate at a certain time. They had the times. They the drones had all the metadata that they
hmm
needed in court to arrest these guys, to show that they weren't using the drones to recover animals that were shot already.
No, it's not. It's but
You're
no, I was
confused going
reading
on
the
the nuclear. So,
chat.
in fact, it says Indiana's 2024 drone law
Yeah.
drew a clear line between recovery and scouting. And
Yes,
that's
it
what I
did.
was just mentioning, that the law says if you shoot a buck and he takes off running into the woods in a direction, you can launch a drone to perhaps try and track which way it went and died.
Right.
But if you use a drone to track a buck that has not been wounded, shot by you, because that's the claim also,
Right.
by you or a hunter in your group, that's illegal and punishable.
And
And
you can't.
your drone's flight logs show everything.
Yep. You can't.
Everything.
They were using it to track him, and
Yeah.
that's horrible. That's horrible.
Yeah. It says, hold on. Here it is. The amendment was generally useful for hunters. Thick
hmm
Indiana brush can make recovery a downed deer difficult and a short UAV flight
Hmm.
you can do to locate the animal if they've been already been shot is
Hmm.
a practical tool. But if you use it to track animals, that's kind of cheating also,
Yeah.
In fact, it says scouting, locating game prohibited during the season and
Hmm.
14 days prior of the season. Scouting
Right.
and locating, which is what they were doing. Detecting to aid in taking, that's also what they were doing. Those were two violations. Okay,
Hmm.
the only time you could use a drone, it says, is in recovery of harvested animal. That's legal, and that's how
Right.
it's
Hmm.
written. Hunting is only a
Exactly. You're
sport
right, Lon.
of prey is allowed to if prey was allowed to shoot back.
You ain't right.
You know, listen,
There's no the prey can't shoot back, or else they wouldn't be prey.
in New York, you're not
It,
allowed to use drones for recovery.
it'll be a duel.
Oh no, this is yeah, Rob. This is in
This
Indiana.
is in Indiana.
This is
This
in
is Indiana.
Indiana. They have
Yeah.
laws, still
Yeah,
hunting
you
laws.
can't do that out here. You can't
Yeah,
do a lot of things out here in New York with hunting.
yeah, yeah.
They
If you
barely want you to have the gun.
if you true, especially here in New York. At least in the five boroughs. I wouldn't say about Long Island because rules in Long Island and outside of the five boroughs are a lot different in New York when it comes to guns.
Oh man, they barely want you to have the gun.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lawrence, you know what also is
What's
happening out
that?
there? I don't know. I mean, everybody busts on them, and I do too. I mean, they trying their best. I mean, anybody could set up a phone call system, I
Hmm.
believe, and make it work. But 10 million calls, the drone system changing policing,
Yeah.
U.S. Yeah, U.S. based drone maker Skydio. Their drones for first responders are command system, yeah, software, I should say. That platform is known as their what is called as DFRC.
Yes.
Well, yeah, it is taking more than a million calls, I guess, for service already. And I guess what they're claiming or what they're making a big deal as to is that this milestone proves that you know, drone the use of the drones
Yeah.
is becoming a daily thing in public service. You know, so I mean, I believe so too, but everybody knows about the bad business on the rise to the top with Skydio. So
Yeah. This is true.
I mean,
It's how you got there that, well,
mhm.
it's funny.
Yeah,
They
and there's
say
different
often how you
contracts.
acquire something is how you lose it,
Mhm.
especially if
Really?
you did it illegally.
Whoa.
So
Well,
I'm just saying,
it
Skydio.
wasn't illegally what they did,
Well, they did
was it?
some gangster shit. The
I mean,
DJI.
but it wasn't illegal.
No, no, true. It wasn't. It wasn't.
And they weren't by themselves. They had a
But if there
lot
was
of help.
two kids fighting in a yard, DJI would have kicked their ass. That's what I'm saying. Oh, I muted you.
Okay.
I
So
muted you,
yeah,
Mark. Yeah, that was that was
yeah,
our host in the FPV Corner Lounge,
yeah.
sitting
So
there eating something. I don't know. He looked
Lawrence,
guilty now. I'm messing
yeah,
with
I
you.
mean that
I
thing
got you
is not.
muted.
It's not just. But I'm saying to you, it's not just like a flight. interface or something like that. It's a whole backbone of their whole
It's their
network.
whole ecosystem from
Yeah.
it combines 25 public safety systems from computer aided dispatch to net. Now get used to hearing this. NG 911. We have 911. This is NG 911. Next generation 911.
Look out.
Gunshot detection, license plate readers, body
Mhm.
worn cameras, digital evidence systems, and real time crime centers. All of this stuff is combined and running under that ecosystem, which is
We
crazy.
already we already had that here with the
We
DJI
had it,
drone,
yes, we did with
and then
DJI, a lot cheaper.
and then they switch. They wanted to switch over to the Skydie Whoos.
Well, I'm going to have to say I'm going to have to stop talking so bad about Skydio because
Mhm,
now that they finally made it to the top, which is what
mhm,
they wanted,
mhm.
they are slowly infiltrating all of the police stations and first responder
Uh-huh.
um,
Uh-huh.
positions
Right.
like they wanted.
Hmm.
Now let's see where they go with the technology,
Okay.
or are they going to sell it
There's
all to unusual machines?
there's only one problem. No, I don't think that'll happen. There's only one problem. There's still no one making cinematic drones.
Yep, yep, yep. No one is making cinematic drones. You're 100% right about that. And that's so explicit. What's good? I
This
apologize
is
for it sucks
what
that
happened.
it sucks that no one's
You guys
making
got to
cinematic
stop
drones. The first
busting on.
person that does will probably make a killing.
You guys got to stop busting on unusual machines. They never came into the business to do what you were doing.
Oh, I know. They came in to absorb other businesses. I could see them trying to absorb Skydio in the
Uh,
near future.
I don't think so. I really don't think
Or
so.
Skydio trying to absorb them.
No, I don't think so. I don't
No?
think so. No,
No?
no, two different things.
8 minutes till sponsor.
Really,
Yeah.
8 minutes.
You mean one's a military company and one works for law enforcement? What?
Um. Well, yeah, pretty much. I mean, think about it. They're more focused on first responders. They wanted. They also wanted to get into like the mapping thing. Um, they're just doing it at a much more expensive level than what the other guy was doing for much less.
Yeah.
Um, I've always said that I've always looked at it as a way of just trying to squeeze out the smaller guy that's not able to play at that level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when you start getting into looking at business wise, you need to be able to have your tools, and in case something happens or if something's not working that day, you can get something going
Right.
and still be able to work at the same work level, you know, that you have been working at. And that means that you might need two of a kind. And if you don't have that,
You could be screwed.
and you're looking at, let's say, at the cost of two of a kind at like six to $7,000, right? As
Yeah.
opposed to 14,000 or
Yeah.
more,
Yeah, I know.
22,000 now
No, I
of a
get it.
two of a kind. So that's what the issue is. But you said we got a sponsor, right? Coming up
Yes.
soon.
We got a
Yeah,
sponsor coming up. 5 minutes from sponsor and FPV Corner.
I mean, there was well, I think it was Orlando, right? Orlando was looking for approval to use the Skydio with the Axion system. They
Yes.
had they were denied, and then I guess they got the approval to do it now. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're talking about doubling and tripling the your cost just to get your officers equipment to use out there that and they know don't work as well as what they had, and it's not as versatile.
Right. Exactly.
And that
Exactly.
was even mentioned. That was even said by them in their article that
Hmm.
produced.
And where and they're using a system. I'm doing research on this, like Aeroscope. DJI
Mhm,
had Aeroscope, and law
mhm.
enforcement used that along with DJI drones. They have a system called D Drone Systems, and they specialize in
D
setting up
drone or D
areas where anything that comes into those zones, they can identify it and
drone?
or take it down after it reaches a certain perimeter.
Oh,
So, like I said, I'm doing research on that so we can have for a future story coming up, maybe next week or something. But the, Skydio seems to be doing everything, like you said, from the Axon police body cameras, which they're supposed to be number one in police body cameras. They had Skydio's links all of that together. The drone launches during the
oh,
911 call,
Axion
depending
is
on,
actually linking everything together.
huh?
It's Axion systems. Skydio is just the
Oh,
drone, just
oh,
the
okay.
camera, this the drone camera.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But they're linking all of these license plate readers, all of this stuff together to make sure you don't get away, you don't go anywhere. They take off at gunshots. We see that here in New York. Gunshot detector goes off at the precinct. A drone takes off from a rooftop and is there before the police can even get in their car, or at least halfway there.
You mean before they put the sandwich down and go and take the call?
See.
No, I'm sorry.
See, I was trying to be nice about it, but okay.
Hey Angie, what's up? I see you out there. No, but
Had to
no,
throw my
seriously.
drone up and get some stormy shots. Nice. I look
You,
forward to seeing them.
you know how it goes. I mean, they could be busy. And then they get that call over there. And now I gotta stop everything and go do and get the call. They
Right
could
now, I
be
gotta
they could
put
be
down
mid
this
fight.
sandwich. I gotta put down this sandwich. 5 bites in.
They could be mid fight. Call. Yeah, I'm gonna just finish this half and then we roll over there.
That's funny. That's real
No,
funny.
but I'm just messing around with the police.
We
But
got two
yeah, we
minutes
got
to sponsor
let's get that sponsor and then
and
we'll
start
go.
FPV Corner.
Yeah, we
Okay,
could do that. We could do it. We could do that. We could do
that's what's up.
that. Okay, let's do that. Drone a dare. If you're part 107 and you're looking to scale your operations and you just want to get out and do all the work, leave all the office work to someone else, then Drone a Dare is for you. This is where you can book appointments, meet new clients. There are tools to make you a more knowledgeable pilot. If that's what you're looking for, then Drone a Dare is for you. Show off your all your work, then Drone a Dare is for you. There's a link in the description. Check it out. Drone a Dare. It's for you. And we're back.
Okay, okay, and yeah, what's good,
Mhm.
man? With that, we can go into FPV Corner. You guys know him from Rhode Island, one of the main men from RidMug, Rhode Island Drone Meetup Group. And if you don't know about RidMug, you don't fly drones. Mark Fisher, M Drone One, is coming.
Wow. So I got a few things to say before we begin. Herman, I am so gonna use you
Mhm.
for voiceovers, man. You got the perfect voice for it.
Oh,
He does, right? He
He does.
does.
I started had to look real deep into it, and I was like, he's actually doing the advertisement right there. He's like, don't join it there if you wanna. Like,
He
my
does it.
goodness, man.
And he doesn't
Come
want to
on, Kay
record it.
Harris.
He does it manually every week. He
It's
does it
awesome,
manually.
man. I
He
love
don't
it.
want to record it and press a button. He want to do it live.
So because he did it live, I'm gonna do this whole session live in FPV. Hold on.
here we go.
Oh, tilted to the side. Oh,
We
see.
want to give all the people out there a real live view of
Have him
FPV.
go through vertical. Anyway, what's up, Mark? How are you? And
How you
welcome to
guys doing,
FPV
man? You
Corner.
guys are amazing. I'm
What's
gonna tell you
going on?
right now, like hearing you guys, and of course, whenever I can stop in and just take a listen to you guys and watching you guys. You're so knowledge. You're so into this stuff, man, and it's great because I don't know half the things that you guys are talking about as far as that. You know what I mean? So, but you guys do the investigation. You bring the news. You bring what the drone industry is doing right now. You bring it to our attention, and that's great, man.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Thank
That's
Thank
you.
really
you much,
good.
man. Now, there's now we can turn the interview back to you because introduce yourself. People who don't know who you are need to know.
Mark Fisher, M Drone One. I go by. Uh, I have a business called Vision Media that is not specifically just about drones. I produce commercials. So I use multiple cameras, of course. Um, Drones being just a
A,
tool in the
a,
toolbox, right?
a part of it,
Uh,
right? But I
yeah.
want to I want to ask you that because I know specifically you do commercials and you do very good work. What
Thank
does
you.
it take to go into doing putting a commercial together? And I'm talking everything from the actors to the flight paths to it. It takes time. Herman and I know because we do fly throughs at places.
Hmm.
What does it take to do a commercial? I have one of your all your commercials are good, but I think this one was extra good because you got a little risky flying between signs and stuff.
Yeah. So you know, so 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 commercials, I mean, you want to kind of write the script if there is a script. So a lot of this stuff I'm doing is like, let's say I'm going to uh Tennessee in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to a whole bunch of auto body shops, and they're going to be doing testimonials. So I got some bullets that I ask, questions that I ask. You
Hmm.
know what I
Mhm.
mean? We kind of prep. It's not. There's no script on this type of stuff. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
I basically ask the questions. I prep them before it. First I'll set up. I do always do a two camera setup because the two camera setup is I can switch. One's tight, one's a little bit wider. You know what I mean? Um,
Right.
so I can always switch. If he messes up, I can always switch to the other camera in post, of course. So, I'll get that. Then after I get the interview part of it, the testimonial part of it, then I'll go around and get B-roll. And then if
Now,
I'm
now,
if
now, for those who don't know what B-roll is, it,
it's a rollover at Dunkin' Donuts. Like I'll step off, go grab me a
yeah, because some people hear B-roll and I hear different description of what B-roll is or
Yeah,
B-tip.
it's just any footage that you're gonna get to place over the top of what somebody's talking about. Like, so if the guy is talking about like a certain welder or something, and this is the auto body industry. So like, say they're talking about a welder, I could switch to that second camera or that B-roll camera to
Hmm.
uh to kind of to tell the story, right? I mean, that's what filmmaking is all about, and that's what even commercials, like, whether it's a commercial or it's a movie or a short film or a documentary. It's all about telling the story, and the more you can capture about what's going on, the better the story is, of course.
Okay, so
Yeah.
as you're saying, if you want to do a one-shot video or tell a story, you have to have a lot of things lined up before you can even get out there and start. Now, you
Right.
camera
So I'll
drive.
show up to a place and I'll scout out. So a lot of times we always scouting. So it's
Yeah.
always good to go. Like, so these I have to shoot 5 of them in 5 days, right? So I'll go to each body shop, right? But
Hmm.
Mhm.
but like, I don't really have the time because I'm flying out there. I only got 5 days. I'm gonna leave on a Sunday, come back on a Saturday. I don't really have the time to go really scout. So I'll go early. I'll try to scout out, and I'll just plan everything right there in that day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
try to shoot everything that day, which is I'd rather say, oh, I can go there the day before, scout everything out,
And
plan
set up
things,
and know what you.
set up, and just like a flight, like when you go out and fly, if you want to tell a good story, then you're gonna look around at your surroundings. You're gonna say, oh, I want to capture that, I want to capture that, and I'm telling you right now, when you do those things, um, your flight's gonna go a lot better because you're gonna know your surroundings,
Okay.
and you also you're like you're not you may not hit nothing or crash your drone, right? Because you're
This
going
is
in.
this is true. This is true. But
Yeah.
I want you to go into a little detail of what it took you to do this video. I'm going to show this video while
Oh,
you talk about it.
Mm-mm.
Only because
Uh-oh.
when you put this video together, I was like, that was done very freaking well. The
what,
flying, the story to it, and everything was very well. Um,
Lawrence? Though, what happened was, and before you show that. So this
yeah,
company right here, they're huge, and this
Mhm.
company contacted me a week before they was gonna do this uh, uh, convention, right? So they
right.
got hundreds of companies, big companies like Stop and Shop and Market Basket and all these companies that they deal with are coming to this convention at this casino. And they're gonna
Okay.
they wanted a video that they could show at that convention. That's why it's a little bit long, right?
It's a
But they
no.
called me
Oh,
a week before.
wow. So you did
So
Mhm.
all
I
of
didn't
this
even have
when
time to go in there and even know the three buildings that I had to shoot in.
okay.
Wow.
Okay.
And it was
Well,
all shot in one day.
let's check this out real quick. Actually, I'm going to play it with audio and we'll talk about it afterwards. How's that?
Okay, sounds
That's
good.
even better.
Yep.
Okay. You guys can see it, right?
Welcome to New England Truck Solutions, your one-stop shop for everything commercial truck.
New England Truck Solutions, how may I direct your call?
For over 30 years, we've proudly served our community with dedication, integrity, and craftsmanship. We're a proud Hino dealership and Hino Ultimate Certified Service Center, committed to keeping your fleet running at its best. Our parts department provides the components you need, backed by expert support and fast turnaround. In our service bays, certified technicians deliver quality maintenance and repairs with precision and care. And across our lot, you'll find a wide range of trucks we service, maintain, and offer for sale, ready to meet your business needs. Our body shop handles everything from trailer and box repairs to custom fabrication. While our graphics department designs, installs, and removes fleet graphics that help your business stand out. In our paint shop, every detail matters, ensuring a professional finish every time. New England Truck Solutions, built on trust, driven by excellence.
And with that, you have to say one thing. If that you did within a week's notice, imagine what you could have did had you took your time and had chance to scout the place
Mhm.
out.
Absolutely, and know every nook and cranny of the place. Those there was three buildings, so and those buildings were separate from each other.
Mhm.
So some of those places I was just flying like blind almost. You know what I mean? Like not saying, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. You on a project like that, if you were able to study that whole building, like where I'm gonna fly through, what ladders, how can we set it up?
Hmm.
I wanted to do so much more, but there was just no time because the
Yeah.
convention was that week. I think it was like 3 days before,
And
or
then
like
you had to
3 or 4
get
days.
everything back and edit it.
And then I was like, not only that, when you're flying this, of course, right?
Hmm.
Where are you going to sit where you're gonna
Well,
stand
see,
or
I was
be.
going to ask you that. I was going to ask you that. I saw the layout of where the buildings were. Where were you located? Were you
Each
outside?
building different places, but
Mm,
what happened is one of the second building that I went into, um when I was flying, I was in one of their offices, and I got to a point where I was um right underneath the ladder, and the drone, I lost reset, it just cut off, and I'm like, oh,
Control.
what's going on? So
That
now the
happened.
drone wants to come back to me. I didn't have it to hover.
Oh, wow.
I forgot. I was
Inside the
like, oh
building.
man, I wasn't
Wow.
thinking. So what happened is it went up, it hit the ladder, and it broke. And so, but that's another thing is always have a backup. I did. I had
Right.
another Avata. Now I got
See?
four. After that incident, I bought four Avata twos. I'm like, I'm not playing around no more.
So, so now, but of course, it's a lesson
That's
learned.
Herman's voice that made me do it. It was Herman's like, you need to buy two or three or four of those Avatas.
But now, listen, it's funny because now that's less a lesson learned, right?
mm,
You
mm.
Yeah,
know that all of your drones cannot be in return to home mode. They have
that's
to go
right.
to hover mode. So it's
Hmm.
At least not to that altitude.
right. At least,
Right.
yeah, at least. But
Yeah.
you were at three separate points in each building then, I assume, because I was wondering if you had did that or you found one localized spot, which would have been hard to go from building to building.
So in post production, right, Lawrence. So you may notice it if you really watch it. I didn't fly. I flew through each building individually. So
Hmm.
it wasn't
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
flew into another build. Like one of them I did, but I had to cut it because there was no way that. So one was across the street from each other. Two of them were across one street. The other one was separate from it. I mean, these people they own.
I
My
saw the
goodness,
land. I saw it. They
acres
have
and
a
acres and
yard
acres of
full of
land.
trucks.
Yeah, and
That's
so
right.
many trucks. I mean, you know how old the kid is?
What, in his 30s?
He's like 24 years old.
Wow. That's hey.
I mean, his
Must,
dad
must be
dad
life.
gave it to him basically. His dad's still there, kind of,
Hmm.
just but he's taking control of it. And
Now,
the other son, whatever, but it's a big business, and they're kind of like becoming one of my clients. Um, but yeah, it was tough. I had to get it done, and they had to pay. Huh?
now
They had
here's
to
a
pay for
question. Here's a
that.
question that I can ask you because you originally started out flying camera drones and then got into FPV. What do you enjoy flying more?
So I want to be straight up. When you say that I fly FPV, I listen. Thank you for even. I don't think that I do so much. Okay, and I'm gonna let me clarify that. So I have a high respect, and um, years ago,
Hmm.
when I first kind of seen FPV right in my face live, somebody
Yeah.
flying with those type of skills was at the New York City Drone Film Festival, was in New York, of course, and I was one of the lead photographers for that. And that was
Okay.
probably about 8 years ago or so. Anyways,
Okay.
that's where I got to meet like a lot of drone companies, and they were sending me drones and whatever. But um I seen these guys and they had these little drones and that, and I was like, what the heck is going on, dude? They were flying that thing right to the wall, right up the wall, right down the thing. And I'm like, all right, that's acro. I don't fly in acro.
Right.
For me, so
But you
should I?
still fly
Yes,
FPV because that's what it is with the goggles and you're
I get it. I get it. Yes, yes. But there's categories of what people are doing in the industry, right?
hmm.
We know
Yes,
that,
there
right?
are. Yes.
Yeah, I fit in this category, but I highly, and I can't even stress this enough, respect those guys. So the guys that fly FPV acro, you guys are the, how can I say, real drone pilots,
Hmm.
because
Okay.
that's totally like you are in full control. You're in
So,
full.
so you're telling me you wouldn't dive a building? You wouldn't try diving a building?
I wouldn't be able to. I don't fly in acro.
Have you tried flying an acro? And if you haven't, why not?
I haven't
Now that you
because
got four, you can risk one of those birds.
Urban, don't you laugh, man. Don't you laugh. Now, so the other day, I don't. My best friend is my wife, and I get to talk to her, and she's starting to know a little bit more about drones. And I said, honey, I really have to learn how to fly acro. It's really tough right now because of what DJI doesn't sell. Yes, you can still buy a Nevada now, and you can probably always buy a Nevada too. So yes, this I am gonna. This I've been on the app kind of trying. I've crashed about 350,000 times, but it's
But you've been
okay.
on. But have you tried? But have you tried a simulator with your radio?
No, no, I'm going to though. So I'm
Do that.
all I'm all
Do
set
that.
up. I'm ready. I got I got the
Do
and
that.
I bought the controller for it, and I was getting ready to do it last summer, and of course you want to do it when it's warm out. You can't do it in the
Hmm.
cold because you'd be freezing, and I'd be cracked. But maybe in the snow, because then when you hit the snow, you can just grab it out fast,
Not if
right?
it's not
You,
waterproofed.
you know what you know what you do, Mark? You got to get one of those little exacto knives, like the little, like the little, like a little scalpel, and that a flat sheet of that styrofoam paper, and just wrap your Avada neatly
Yeah.
in that, so you can just practice.
No, so what I realized and too, like so when I crashed during that commercial there,
Hmm.
um, this Avada is not easy to fix. It's not like the
Hmm.
FPV drones that they have where they're
Right. You
kind
can
of
take an
naked.
arm out and rewire a motor and yeah, yeah,
Well, no, this has got so much glue, so much, and I actually, and what happened was it was just as one of these gods here, right? That
yeah.
Hmm.
cracked, probably in a couple of places. And I was like, oh, easy fix. I'll grab it, I'll take the body out, put the thing back up. No way. If you look up how to fix a Avata 2, it's
Hmm.
insane. There's
It's
so
called
many
tiny
screws. I was
hands.
like, I ain't got time for all that.
It's called tiny hands.
It is for tiny hands though, and tiny tools.
Yeah, no, sin. I can't even. Who am I speaking to right now? I can't even say.
It's the tiny hands.
Yeah, yeah, definitely is. Well, listen, I wanted to tell you, have you on here because I was trying to get you on before, and I know you don't consider yourself an FPV pilot, but in one standard way you are. Just like I fly FPV, I do random tricks here and there just because I can, but
Yeah,
I mostly cruise. That's the type of
yeah,
FPV
yeah,
that you do,
yep,
cruising. Like when
yep.
you had your Avata down in South Florida and you told the guy, "Yo, take your boat out there and let me fly through the boat." I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what? He's going to get deeper into it. He has no
Yeah,
idea how deep
and
it
and
goes.
I will, and I have to go with the means of. I have to go with the means of what the company needs or what a
Hmm.
person needs, right? And my means right now is these companies don't really need that, and I'm putting food on the table, really. I'm trying to
I get
build
it.
my company, whatever. So I go with like and like I said, drones are not my go-to. You know what I mean? Like they're just not my go-to all the time. My cameras are more than anything. You know what I mean? Because and that should be an influence to anybody that wants to get into the business. Don't just look at drones. Look at the whole, all the tools that you got. You know what I mean? And bring that all together to tell the story and get
Hmm.
those different
No, I'm
perspectives.
sorry. I'm chuckling and trying to keep up with the chat as well.
Okay.
It,
Oh,
it's 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 kind of sometimes a little hard to keep up in case somebody asks a question or something like that. So
Yeah.
now you definitely have devoted a lot of time to doing these commercials, and I see you will eventually take on a crewman because you got a lot of gear.
I have a lot of gear. Now,
Yeah.
so another thing is too, I don't share a lot of what I'm doing. Like
Well,
none of my
well,
professional work goes up on.
NDAs cover that. You know,
Yeah, they get
non-disclosure
it all and
public.
that's it. They post
Yeah.
it, you know what I mean? And so I don't really share it because, it's just not mine. It's when I've done it's theirs, Do I keep all it? Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Oh, by the way, this drone was the first
It's
Obi-Wan Kenobi drone.
Hmm.
what is that? The Tello?
No, that's the Spark.
Oh
Spark.
shit! Oh wow, you're going back in time.
So this was the first hand gesture drone right
You
there.
know, but you know what? You know what? Really quick, they thought that drone, that Spark, would catch on because of the multicolored shells. They
And it
tried
did.
to make them little
I
cutesy
love
drones.
it.
They did. Yo, I saw a guy fly a Spark so far that when it
It,
came back, it was
Yeah, it was
it,
puffing and
out of breath.
puffing, bro.
it did catch on, Lawrence.
Huh?
Yeah.
It did catch on.
This is
What
the
happened?
Tello.
It caught on real well. It's called the Mini 5 Pro.
Yeah, that's right,
Oh
brother.
yeah,
That's right.
that's true.
Hey, and when you guys were talking earlier about that they don't make any more cinematic drones. Now I'm gonna tell you something right now. Um, why I need to learn to fly acro is because I want to put my actual cameras, my FX3, right, my Sony, on a heavy lift.
Hmm.
Now we're talking.
Now
Now we're
we're
talking
talking.
cinematic. Now, don't think that everything that we see is cinematic. Because when you start to look at movies, people are like, "Oh, I need to get a sharp image. I need to get a sharp image. I need to have no noise in my image." When you look at movies, there's a lot of noise in that. There's a
I
lot of it's not sharp images.
I see it
Cinematic
more
is a
now.
whole nother world.
I see it
You know what I
more
You
mean?
now
can't see it.
because of the television or the monitor you're watching it on, and the particular look that the person is trying to portray.
That's right. I've been watching a lot of Martin Scorsese. I watched his autobiography. I watched a lot of his things. I'm getting deep into how he's a filmmaker and how he thinks.
Okay, that's what's up.
Forget about it. No, I'm just joking.
Well, listen, if you want to shout out anyone before you get out here, I wanted to say thank you for coming on. Thanks for
Yes.
letting
Thank
me
you,
show
man.
that commercial because like you said, you rarely show your stuff, or if you
Mhm.
do, you'll show like 15 seconds of it, and people will
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you
No,
know.
thank you guys. You guys are amazing, and
Thank
I highly respect you guys. And not only that, just to allow me to come on the show. Now is Ryan coming on next? Isn't Ryan
you.
Isn't he a
Yes,
lawyer in the drone business or something?
Well,
yes, yes,
he,
yes,
Yeah.
he,
yes,
he
yes.
has a
Could he
background.
hear me?
Okay, huh?
Yeah,
Does he? Oh, he can hear me.
hear
Yeah,
you. Yeah, he can hear
It's
you.
all
yeah.
good. It's all good. Hey Ryan, you keep popping up in my Facebook feed, like when like, oh, you might know this guy. You know what I mean? And so I'm definitely gonna send you a friend request. I mean, I don't. Thank God I don't need you right now, right? And I've been flying for 15 years. That means I've been a good boy.
Well, look, I appreciate you. Hold on, cheaper to fly a drone and rent a helicopter. It is definitely.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
thank you for coming on, man. And every now and
Not
then,
in New York City anymore.
just why, just, just every now and then, dude, put a little teaser out there, a little 15-second teaser out there,
I
thirty
sure will,
second
man.
teaser, right? To
No.
keep people's mouths salivating. Show them how it's done. All
Oh
right.
man, I appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
And
Ryan,
keep
have
on
a good time with these guys. These guys are amazing, man.
and keep
Thank
on grinding, Mark. All right, man.
All right. God bless you
All right.
guys. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Peace.
Okay. All right.
Fun, but you know what,
And we got
Lawrence?
5 minutes for a sponsor, and
Hold
Ryan
on.
is
You
early
know what?
on
You
time. I
know
don't
what,
know.
Lawrence? I wanted
Huh?
to tell you,
What?
keep in line with FPV because the good old people from Cloverleaf gave you this
Yeah,
code here.
a
Those
coupon.
guys for 15% off on checkout for any of the systems that you purchase. Well, they have this system that you can move from drone to drone to drone if you purchase that
Yes,
system. So go ahead, Lawrence. Do
the
tell.
VTX Clover FPV system. You can switch it from a fixed wing to a robot, from a car back to a drone, and only use one VTX. How many times have you smashed the
Mhm.
VTX and had to take it out of another drone? Just take this one out and put it somewhere else. They all work together. Like, I'm
Which,
guessing.
yeah, you know what, though, Lawrence, we got coming up right now?
What's that?
We got a friend of the channel and a friend of the community, an advocate for the drone community. He is the IT manager for the state of Michigan, Mr. Ryan Latourette.
Hello. Hey
Welcome,
there.
welcome.
It's scary. I'm an IT manager, yeah, but that's my day job. My fun is drones. So yeah, I'm the what is it? Director of Regulatory Affairs for the Great Lakes Drone Company and the one of the founding members of the Michigan Coalition of Drone Operators.
Hey,
So that's my fun
I
on
forgot
the side.
those two. I actually forgot those two because those are the two that most represent what you do here in the community. You know, it's been a minute now that you haven't been here. It's been a little
It's
bit.
been a while.
You know,
Yeah.
um, a lot of things have happened.
Yeah.
A lot of things. Um, the one thing that I did want to talk to you about that we mentioned, I think last week or the week before, last week or the week before, I'm one of them. That it seems to be a thing when a lot of guys are afraid, but the FAA and their stepping up enforcement on reckless drone pilots, and a lot of guys are wondering what they mean by reckless drone pilots because a lot of talk has been made about um, anti-drone aircraft tools and drone mitigation. Period, and being
Yeah.
able to take down drones that are not supposed to be in certain places. And a lot of guys have been worried and like a crossover of a lot of things. But what's your take on what the FAA is doing now instead of educating anymore? They're going into
So
more
yeah,
enforcement.
there's a couple things that happened, right? So one, the Trump administration came out with an executive order that basically said, "Hey, we want you to start cracking down on drones that are coming after um, emergency personnel and interrupting emergency personnel in their responses, as well as military bases." And so that is what the FAA kind of took and said, "Okay, we've got this executive order from the executive branch." We
Mhm.
need to execute that. So we are going to put in place our own order. So they put out an order that spelled out, hey, if you have an individual, an UAS operator who has, purposely disrupted um, fire operations or police operations. Um, we're not going to be in this education mindset any longer. Skip that. We're going straight to enforcement action. Um, Same thing with the Department of Defense. So you're flying over a military base, they're coming after you, and they're gonna instantly start throwing fines at you versus having that conversation with you to say, hey, we understand you were flying here. This is a restricted area. What were you doing? Slap your hand to say, don't do it again. That's not going to take place any longer. This is
Right.
now, right into, hey, here's your $10,000 fine. Let's collect on it.
So you can go from being fool to felon in a minute.
Yes, absolutely.
So if someone is interested in knowing what are the new drone bills for Michigan, because that seems to be an interest of a few people in the chat right now. So I promised I would bring it up before we got too far along.
I was on TV last night for it. Yeah. Locally here, the Michigan legislature has taken up 15 bills. It's a package. They call it the SHIELD package. They're kind of all over the place, but there's two phases of them. One is what we've seen all across the nation, and that is, hey, we are not going to allow DJI or foreign manufactured drones to be used in any government contracts by any government agencies. We're going to disallow grants to be given out to agencies to buy foreign made drones. So it's the common garden variety stuff that we've seen everywhere. It is stupid, but
Mhm.
that's the way that the game is played.
Right.
Um, the other bills are they're a little more interesting. Um, a couple of them are looking at giving authority or authorization to police to take down drones. Now, we've seen this with the FAA. They've given authority to the Department of Defense to take down a drone that's flying over a military base, right? This
Right.
extends that to the police officers to take it down if they see a drone flying over someplace that the police feel is not allowed, right? Now, that's rather subjective. So, one of the challenges here is police officers constantly believe you cannot fly over people. Well, that
Hmm.
was truly the case a few years ago. That's not the case anymore.
Right.
So, what we've argued back to the legislature is hey, you're working on one, old data, you're working out of fear. And how do you assess what is nefarious and what isn't? And then the
Mhm.
third is what goes up must come down. So, if you're going to shoot that drone out of the sky and it's over a crowd, did you really help anybody or did you potentially harm people in doing so? So
Mhm.
there's those kind of bills as well. I think one of the most disturbing couple of bills for me, one mandated that all drones are going to have geofencing to disallow them from flying over critical infrastructure.
Okay.
Now,
Hmm.
what
Yeah.
drone do you
Okay.
know has geofencing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of
And then
Right.
how is the state of Michigan, a state
them.
requiring global manufacturers to put in this particular
Mhm.
feature? So it's moot. If you even
Never.
pass it, it's not possible. So that's a stupidity. And then the other is they're looking at critical infrastructure and they've said, hey, we want to define critical infrastructure as anything that CISA finds as critical infrastructure. Well, it's not really well defined either because that applies to railroads, power
Mhm.
lines, sewer lines. Your, was it the fields have drain commissioners that they put in tiles? Those are all technically critical
Critical
infrastructure.
infrastructure. Yeah.
So where are you going to fly?
Mhm.
Nowhere. It's a real trouble. So
Well,
yeah,
all
a
right.
lot of the troubles are in the wording of the language. I don't know what's going to happen to it. I suspect it's going to pass in the House
Right.
and then have some
You think?
challenges in the Senate.
You think it'll pass?
In the House, because the House in Michigan is entirely GOP,
Mhm.
and they are fully aligned to pass these bills.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's funny because a lot of that language that you were talking, I just recently had the conversation here with NYPD in reference to a permit I was applying for. For some god unknown reason, I apply for the permit for the same location every month, and this month we just need to look a little deeper into what it is that you're doing, even though you've been doing this for a few months now.
All
So
along, yeah.
it got down to the point of where I actually quoted certain things to NYPD as far as to what and talking about flying over people and what they classify as flying over people. And he was and all he said to me was, "Yeah, but, yeah,
Hmm.
but,
Hmm.
yeah, but." I'm like, no. It did the I mean, with how do I figure this out with all these different rules? But to get away from that, as far as knowing what drone is, and he's telling me that gathering the information that they gather from me on my permit on the drone and information on the drones, when they go into looking at, they go into using the remote ID, they know that that drone is legitimate and should be flying in the area. I'm like, that's how you guys use remote ID? He goes, yep. So anytime Homeland Security is scanning, they'll be able to say like, okay, then well, okay, that's legitimate because his numbers, everything is in our computer. I'm like,
Yeah,
wow.
it's not quite that simple. I mean, they will
I wish
whitelist certain
I,
drones.
I wish it
So
would work that well, right?
it right. Yeah, I do know that the police agencies they will whitelist particular drones. I've had some of my drones whitelisted,
Mhm.
meaning that yeah, when they show up, it's instantly to say, "Oh, this guy's okay. You can fly here. It's all good." In other cases, they're just watching. Oh, this popped up. What's this thing? But the real intent of remote ID isn't just to say, oh, there's these 10 drones out here. I'm gonna, assume that all of them are doing nefarious actions. No, it's supposed to be. I see somebody doing a nefarious action. I can check that remote ID. Now I know who they are, where they are, and go have a conversation with them.
Nope.
And we're still not
Lock them up,
seeing
nation. Lock them up.
that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
No,
still
they
waiting
just
to hear the first case where someone gets tased for flying a drone.
well they're coming down on the enforcement now. There's no more of the playing around because and it's funny because you remember years ago, Lawrence, when they were talking about how the police department was just doing surveillance and gathering information and gathering information and gathering information.
Yep.
Apparently now, right? So now some research done by the FAA, right, says that DJI accounts for 96% of the drones detected and of the drone platforms that are detected out there. And what's funny out there about that is that DJI is not, only it's not only just the U.S. drone market, but it is the U.S. drone market. There's no other
Yeah, it is.
drone.
It is. But somebody really quick says, I find it hard to believe that they're going to have NYPD police monitoring people who aren't
Mhm.
flying drones when they basically can't even take care of crime. Well,
Yeah, well,
they're already doing it because every time we apply for a permit, the NYPD calls us. Homeland Security does a security check. We go through all of this bull, every permit. You would think they have our information already, right, Herman?
I don't even want
Every permit, we have to go through it.
Well, there are a couple things at play.
to.
One, the new directive with the FAA has been they've gone back to a quota system. They had a quota system back in
A
2019,
quota system.
Mhm.
and now they've gone back to it. And it basically says you, as the FISDOs,
Hmm.
you need to go out and do so many ramp checks of UAS operators every month. And so what's happening is, you know, just like with a police officer getting a quota for speeding tickets,
Hmm.
they're going to go out to that same stretch of road that they know people are going to go 55 and a 35. So they can just sit there, write a ticket, pull up to the next, corner, write a ticket, and just keep doing it. The same thing's happening with FISDOs. They know that you've requested a Lance permission. They know you've pulled a permit. They know exactly where you are. So they have that opportunity to come out and do a ramp check on you. And we're seeing that with police officers as well. That yeah, they
Hmm.
know that you're going to be flying there. You're doing construction on a daily basis, so they can come in and check on you, right? Um, is that the way to go about things? No, but it is the way they're doing things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're detailed and disgusting with it too.
Yeah.
Where are you going to be standing? All of those things they want to know.
They want to know down to every square inch of where that drone is going to be, how high, where you are, where the visual observer is standing.
hmm And
It's
it,
ridiculous.
the real disgusting piece of that is, right, that we don't have to file flight plans. Other aircraft have to file flight plans. They have to name exactly where they're going to be going, their headings, etc. That's
Oh,
not what we have for UAS, and it's
well,
not going to be
well,
either.
hold on. Go ahead, Herman. Go ahead.
I'm glad you brought that up because the guy said to me just last week, I understand what you did in your diagram that you sent us, but the next time somebody else might ask you if you're headed northeast or what. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. He's like, yeah, you got to tell them that you're moving in you're moving eastward or northeast and then headed. I'm like, I got to give you all of that information. Why can't I just tell you I'm moving around the damn yard?
Well, they need to, they want here in New York, Ryan, they want to know, okay, you're taking off from this spot. Now you're going up to about this altitude and you're moving in this direction to here to stop. You're taking a picture and then you're going to turn and go. They want to know word for word, Ryan.
Yeah, and
And they want a
that's
drawing,
absolutely
a physical
ridiculous.
drawing over
Yeah.
over the area that has Lance approval.
Mm.
It's ridiculous. But if you want to keep working, is what you got to do.
I think there's a nice lawsuit in there.
Well, I wish somebody would
But
freak. Well, it was the last administration that was in the last mayoral
I wish somebody
administration
could
that
figure it
brought
out.
this on. We
yeah,
call him Mayor Froggy. Some people
right.
call him Mayor Adams. But uh, but we really need this mayor to eliminate that rule. And do you know 96% of the police officers don't even know this law exists?
Right. Oh yeah.
That's what makes it sad.
Yep.
Especially when you
It's
go and
common,
take the
unfortunately.
envelope with all of the permit and everything and all the flight plans to the precinct in the area and be like, what's this for? I
Right,
didn't know this
because you have
was
to
going
give it to
on.
the community board, the neighborhood community
Hmm
board. So if they say if anything,
The
what's going
community
on in the
affairs
street?
officer.
Right, right, right. One cop told us, he's like, I didn't even know you had to do this,
It's
but we
fun.
have to keep doing it. I
But I
remember 4 or 5
I
years
do
ago.
want to circle back to your report, right? So the FAA came out with that latest Assure report that said 96% of drones are DJI.
Hmm.
Yeah, I want to put the caveat in there that that is not true, and
Hmm.
they kind of express it in a sense, right?
Okay.
So we have to understand that their research was based upon their findings from remote ID uh, accumulations, right? Now
Right.
they put forward most FPV don't have remote
Hmm.
ID. You have a number of small toy drones that are under 0.55 pounds that don't have remote ID as well. So all those drones are flying in the skies and are never pinging to a remote ID tower to capture that information. So that leaves an awful lot for what the holy stones, which are toy
You
drones. The
really classify
um,
those as drones?
what is it? Protesic, some of those. I think
Somebody
as
calls it a
well.
placenta.
Yeah. Um, as well, you got to think about where they are recording. So,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of it's going to be in metro areas because that's where they're most concentrated and concerned about. But this is a pretty big country, and most people fly in Class G airspace out in the cow fields, right? So you're not going to see a ton of remote ID pings in Podunk, Iowa, right? It's just it's not being collected from there. So yes, I still think the DJI number is very high. I want to say it's going to be in the 80 percentile, but to say 96, I think is wrong. But they did classify that, they or clarify that to say we aren't able to account for FPV. We aren't able to account for some of
Yeah.
the really small drones.
Right.
Yeah. Well, of the platforms that were able to be detected.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
the other thing. Yeah, some
Yes.
platforms are not able to be detected.
Mhm.
Well, see, my
Yeah.
thing is right now they stopped using aeroscope, which was great at detecting drones. We were actually talking about it a little in the chat,
Mhm.
where aeroscope can pick up some FPV drones, but it's limited to altitude. If the FPV drone is not above, how would you say, what is that area called? The shielded area, meaning the built radius of buildings or trees. Once it clears that shielded area, they can be detected. Now, D drone, which is the system that we were talking about on the live stream that they use for Skydio, I don't know if they can detect FPV drones. I can't. I don't know. I don't have enough information.
Well, well,
But I'm
the
trying to
thing
find out
is,
as much as I can because they will be the new system operating here in New York City. Well, they're already using it.
well, Lawrence, the reason why I laugh at this is because we've been told for years about all of the data that's supposedly collected, and I believe that from
Yep.
all of the conversation and all of the arguments, and you listen to if you want to know what a guy is thinking about you, you got to listen to what he says about it when he says it to you. You can't just go, "Oh, he said I don't like him." You know, he doesn't really care for you. No, he doesn't like you. So when you hear them talking about these nuisance drones, these nuisance drones, these nuisance drones, these nuisance drones, these drones over New Jersey, these drones over here, these drones over the ballpark, these drones over here, and now I believe that this data that they collect right here, like this information collected here, is used to say, well, you know what? Let's make it easy to just get rid of DJI, because that if we get rid of DJI, we get rid of all of this
We
problem.
get rid of the problem. And that's very true because you want to know how far
I've been
back
saying
we
that
can.
for years,
But
Lawrence.
that's true. But Herman, do you remember how far back we can recall that they were recording us? We had a
Mhm.
meetup in a place where we could fly legally on a little island called Randall's Island here in New York. Literally
You
30
always
plus
bring
drone pilots
you always bring
flying
that
up
point
and
up.
down the East River. We had a runway. People were like landing and taking off time. It was very well coordinated. And then one helicopter just stood at about 200 feet for about 20 minutes. And everyone was like, "What are they doing?" And I said, "Nine times out of 10, they're collecting data because of all the drones in the area. And they were watching us fly up and down the river. People yielded the right of way to the helicopter, and they just stood at 200 feet. And now, look, present day, they're still collecting data
No, they
just to get
collected
rid of
enough.
us."
They collected enough. They not enough to know that you need to get DJI out of here, so
Hmm.
that way we can make room for what we need to do.
Now, what's going on, Ryan, as far as
The
what is
update for
the
next.
major plan for you guys? I mean, you guys got a lot of work to do now in Michigan because we didn't have
Mhm.
that much help here in New York, unfortunately. I'm
Yeah,
still waiting to
I,
hear a New York advocate.
Yeah.
we are going to have to do some fighting on these bills and make sure that they don't pass, or that they are not signed by the governor. And I think there's some practicality that is going to happen in that respect, where many of the bills, they're already preempted by federal statute. So
Mhm.
Hmm.
places, things we were saying, oh, you can't fly over something. Well, it's educating to say,
Mhm.
hey, that's already within the realm of the FAA by 40, what is it, the 49 USC 40103. And so you pass this and it's already moot. And the bills actually say in them, they have clauses that say this is only in effect if the federal government provides this right to the states. So it's like, you already know it's moot. Just don't pass it, right? It's preempted. Get it off. Um, I think the
But,
big one, and this is the news I wanted to share with you tonight,
right.
is
Right.
that we do have a court case.
That update on that court case.
On the court case.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So the University of Michigan has long had a anti-drone policy that required the drone operator to get permission from the university in order to fly from the campus or even over the campus.
Mm-hmm.
We went to court on this back in December, more than a year ago. We went to court. We ended up having final briefs in January of last year and finally got a decision this year. So it took them more than a year to finally render a decision.
Wow.
Their decision was not what we wanted. What it basically said is twofold. It said that the University of Michigan was not a political sub entity of the state of Michigan, that they were their own
Hmm.
separate entity, and
Really?
therefore they were not required to follow state law, which is kind of interesting, given that
Really?
the the board of regents, are elected by all the citizens of the state of Michigan. That really speaks to, hey, you are a public entity.
Go ahead, Herman, because I'm doing
You
the
know
public
why
art
that's
thing too.
disturbing to me? Then that means that anything that happens on that campus,
Can stay there.
you can you can enforce
Cover it
whatever
up.
you want to enforce,
You can
and not
cover it up.
and not have it being prosecuted by the law.
Now,
And
quick question, Ryan,
yeah,
before I lose it in the chat. Who's paying to litigate these issues?
we are.
Okay.
So that's where we can use everybody's help, right?
Mhm.
That's why I'm constantly saying, hey, if you can support us in any way, please, 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 your donations are so important,
There's also
because
a
these
link in
issues
the
are key
description.
to our community, right?
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I think that's one of the key issues, is that what we are exposing is to say, if you are not, if you as a university are not required to follow state law, and you don't have a law in place that says you can't murder somebody, right? And they don't. So you could walk onto the campus and murder somebody, and oh, it's fine. You're okay.
Right.
We
Well,
know
that
that's
one they
not
won't.
true,
They could
right?
cover something up,
Well, that one they won't want to handle.
such as hazing,
Yeah.
etc. They can cover it up.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
Shut
they've done
down.
with their football program for a long time. No,
Right.
I'm sorry. I
But
just have to say that.
that's kind of messed up because
Mhm.
it just doesn't make sense. At some time and point, the university has to ask the state for money. So
Mhm.
now that you're asking the state for money, now you're an entity, or are you still not an entity?
Yeah, no, and
That's how I
that's
see
a
it.
concern. Now, here's the other big kicker, right?
Mhm.
Part of their ordinance was to say that you cannot fly over the university. So we already know, you and I and everybody else, that over means airspace, FAA sole jurisdiction. The
Mhm.
court said, no, we're going to allow that. So, mind blown. How do you, as a state court, take away the preemption of the federal government that's been in place since what, 1930 something?
I'd like to ask you that because that seems to be the thing nowadays, that everybody seems to be making up their own little thing as we go along.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Every state. So now from one state to another,
It's not
I can't.
state, city, town.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. It is.
So
It is true.
what's inevitably happened? We have the decision. The Michigan Coalition of Drone Operators sat down. Two of the finest attorneys you could imagine have put together an appeal, and that was just filed. So we've made the request to have an appeal. We expect that to go to the next level of court,
Okay.
and there's a good chance that hey, whatever decision comes out of that next court, we are going to have to appeal again. That third hearing, the second appeal goes to the Michigan Supreme Court. So that's where ultimately we get a final decision if the decision doesn't come out as either party plans in the next appeal.
In the
So
chat, they're saying this sets a dangerous precedent for the whole state of Michigan.
absolutely it does. Now, I want to temper that a little bit because we do have paperwork that says most of the universities and colleges in the state of Michigan are political entities, sub entities. That's the opinion that came through from the state attorney general decades ago. So
Okay.
I think we're comfortable there. But there are a couple of state universities, Michigan State University, University of Michigan, that are considered by this court to have been corporate entities that are um, that were formed as part of the state and not included in the state constitution. That's what they're wording it as. Um, I don't agree. I think the law is very clear, and I suspect we win on appeal.
Here's a question,
Okay.
and I'm going to answer this, meaning that I believe there's the same amount in every state. Some maybe a few less, but NYC 11435X, are there actually that many drone pilots in Michigan that this is such an issue? It's not just Michigan, bro. It's across the United States.
Exactly. Yeah, we're
It's
seeing
it,
this
it
everywhere throughout the nation. Um, I'm constantly getting calls. Hey, somebody says I can't fly here because I'm prevented from flying over something, and you have to contact that elected board and say, hey, I want to remind you that it's federally preempted, and show them the laws. Um,
Mhm.
and it gets to be a hassle. I think I use a form letter now, right? Um,
You might
I
as well.
But
And I
I
think,
had to,
with the
uh,
question of how many people in Michigan does this affect? Well,
right.
if you're in Michigan, you're going to fly at your university of choice, right? I mean, I
Yeah,
graduated from Michigan State. I want to fly at my university.
right.
Um, Michigan State University is what I think we're at 60,000 a year or something like that it goes through that school. So you're talking a lot of people. Now, how many of those are drone pilots? Okay, it's a smaller number. How many fans are there of University of Michigan or Michigan State, right? So you do think about those numbers growing, and
Mhm.
then yeah, there's going to be drone pilots in that.
Yeah.
Um, as well, this gets into that idea of, especially when we're talking airspace, you're going to have some locality think, oh, well, University of Michigan gets to do this. I'm going to find a way to do this for my locality. And now suddenly that gets, this little township, this
Mhm.
city, this village, and it just spreads like wildfire.
You know what
That's
that does?
crazy.
It opens the door for permits and fees and all kind of stuff like that to be able to use airspace when they do that and when they're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on here, and it's starting to spread to other places.
Yeah. And I look at it too and think we have part 108 that's coming, right? So
Hmm.
part 108 is going to be beyond visual line of sight. You're going to have somebody who is 20 miles away and controlling, well, not necessarily controlling the drone, but they're in charge of that drone.
Right.
And to say that can't fly over this space of land, it's impractical.
Here's another question, really quick. Is there such a law that a place like Michigan University owns so much space above their property?
There is not. Now, we can talk at the national level, right? We have the Cosby versus US case.
Hmm.
Um, and yes, that was a precedent setting case that said public sky is public airspace, it's public domain.
Right.
But it did leave into effect the idea that a homeowner or landowner owns up to a certain extent of their airspace for their own personal enjoyment. Now, what the Supreme Court did not do is provide a delineation. Where does that line start and end, right? At what
Right.
height? But we have some other cases like Breslin versus US that brought that down to 200 feet. We have, what is it, Giancola versus West Virginia Department of Public Safety. That got down to 100 feet. So I think it's still reasonable, and I tell pilots all the time, hey, if you need to fly over somebody's property and you don't want to, disturb them, keep it above the highest point on their property. Usually that's the tree line, or they have a chimney or something. If you're up at 100, 150 feet, they probably can't hear it, or if they can, it's tiny. It's
Right.
not intrusive. So I think at that point you're okay.
Well, unfortunately, we have to get out of here because
Really?
Ryan, I'm sure you could answer questions all night,
Oh
but
yeah, I'd love to talk more, but
we would love to, but my
I'm
we got
stomach,
hungry. I got to get dinner going yet.
I was just getting ready to
yeah,
say my stomach is like, hey, yo, hey, what's up?
yeah. I gotta go have dinner too. But
And it's that time. We need to carry this conversation on more. We have to get you on. Maybe we have to get you back on again because there's
yes,
still
we
some
do.
questions that need to be asked. And it's
Oh
some
yeah,
in the chat. It goes before you know it. Homeowners aren't going to be allowed to use trampolines because they'll be too high in the air.
well, you already in the airspace.
Yep, yep, yep. But
You gotta watch where you put your trampoline. Move it to the other side of the backyard in G-class airspace.
well, we
Get
sorry to
land
hear
some
about
food.
certain things going on there, but it's interesting because a lot of people are modeling New York and
Mhm.
and what's being done here as far as permits, and it's just crazy that we can't just get along and fly, and they have to put 30-mile parameters around stadiums because every year there's some dummy or fool that doesn't know he's supposed to go up or goes up purposely to try and catch the Super Bowl. Or there's that guy that brought the drone because his friend's at the Super Bowl and he wants to impress them. So he goes to take off not knowing there's a 30-mile TFR. What can we do, right? But
Yep.
we can keep informing people about this stuff.
Well, that's what we're here for, to keep trying and trying and trying, because the FAA is no longer, educating. They're persecuting.
Yes,
So, is
they're
anything
writing
else you
checks.
want to say before we get out of here, Lawrence? And Ryan?
No, try to be a better person tomorrow than you were today.
Okay. Ryan, you want
Yeah.
to say anything before we get out of here, guys?
Keep flying, have fun, and be an advocate for this industry and hobby.
Okay.
Yes,
That's good.
yes.
Guys, with that being said, I always say it, and I tell you guys again, protect yourself and protect your hobby. And with that being said, and we'll see you next time with
With
those
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 guys.
guys.
I love those guys.
I love you too. But good night, everyone.